Amber the sheep lived on a quiet hillside where the clover grew sweet and the clouds drifted like soft dreams. Every day she'd gaze at the distant hill beyond her meadow, wondering what lay on the other side. No one ever crossed it, except in stories. One morning, the breeze carried the scent of something strange, salty and wild. Amber sniffed the air, her ears twitching. That scent didn't belong to her hillside. Her hooves tingled. Today felt different. Today felt like a beginning. Amber packed a few clovers in her satchel, just in case she got hungry, and jingled off, her golden bell ringing with every step. She trotted past sleepy cows and puzzled pigeons who watched her go with wide eyes. No one ever left the hill. As she climbed, the sky seemed to stretch wider, bluer, deeper. Butterflies danced beside her, as if guiding her. The wind whooshed through her wool, and for a moment, Amber felt like a cloud herself, light and free. At the top of the hill, Amber gasped. The world beyond wasn't just another meadow. It was vast and wild. Rolling forests, glistening streams, and sky that turned every shade of dream blue opened before her eyes. She stepped into the new world slowly, her hooves crunching twigs instead of clover. Strange flowers nodded at her, and unfamiliar birds chirped in curious tones. Everything smelled like mystery and possibility. Amber wandered through a clearing where the trees whispered secrets. She followed the whispers until she found a puddle that shimmered like silver. Looking in, she saw not her reflection, but a swirl of stars. She blinked. The puddle returned to normal. Farther on, she found a hollow tree with wind chimes hanging from its branches. As she passed, they sang a tune that made her heart feel brave. She paused to listen, the music wrapping around her like a woolly blanket. By a brook, Amber stopped to rest. Her satchel now half empty, she munched clover and watched dragonflies zip like tiny sky skaters. She wondered, was this what adventure felt like? A little scary, a lot exciting, and full of surprises. Suddenly, a swirl of wind lifted her bell clean off her neck. It tinkled as it danced down a trail, daring her to follow. She galloped after it, laughing with every leap. Her wool fluffed in the breeze like a bouncing cloud. The bell finally landed atop a mossy stone shaped like a sheep. Beneath it, carved in spirals, were the words, "The sky belongs to those who wander." Amber stared at the stone, heart thudding. It was like someone had written it just for her. She placed her bell back around her neck, the sound now richer, somehow wiser. The world around her glowed with the warm light of evening. She felt as if the forest itself had welcomed her with open branches. As stars began to dot the sky, Amber found a soft spot under a weeping willow. She curled up and watched the constellations. Every twinkle felt like a whisper from the sky saying, "Keep going." In the night, she dreamt of flying on clouds, riding moonbeams, and speaking to owls with silver eyes. When she awoke, morning mist curled like story smoke, and the world felt freshly written. Amber crossed a rope bridge that creaked with each step, her bell a steady song. Below, a misty ravine echoed her breath. She didn't look down, she looked forward, where sunbeams spilled through towering pines. She found a meadow that shimmered gold in the sunlight, filled with plants she'd never seen. Some clovers glowed faintly blue. She tasted one. It fizzed on her tongue like giggles. A fox-shaped cloud drifted overhead, followed by a trail of cloud sheep. Amber giggled. Were the skies teasing her now? She lay on her back and watched the cloud parade, heart light as fluff. By midday, Amber had reached a hill. Another one! But this time, she didn't hesitate. She climbed without fear. Her hooves were stronger now, and each step hummed with the rhythm of adventure. At the top, she turned and looked back. She could see her home hill in the distance, tiny and green. Her chest tightened, but not with sadness, with pride. She had gone farther than she'd ever dreamed. Amber bounded down the new hill and into a sun-dappled glen. Everything sparkled. Even the rocks looked like they were smiling. She knew now. There would always be another hill, another breeze, another sky to chase. She found a quiet pond with reeds swaying like dancers. Dipping a hoof, she watched ripples bloom. Her reflection smiled up at her. More confident, more curious, still completely amber. As evening painted the sky, Amber followed fireflies who lit her way like tiny lanterns. They led her to a tree that looked like home. She lay beneath it, and felt the world settle into stillness. That night, the stars told her she could return whenever she wished. But adventure would always live inside her now. No matter where she stood, the sky would whisper her name. And so, Amber the sheep, with her bell gently chiming, wandered on. Not lost, not searching, just marveling as she always had, at the sky beyond the hill.